Hey y'all, welcome back.
It's Wednesday and we are winging it.
Winging it with friends.
This is Deb and Scott, friends of ours and fellow travelers. And we thought we would have them share their story today, so stay tuned. Okay, so before we get started, since we're here with Scott and Deb, we're going to extend Winging It to 15 minutes today. So, timer on my phone set for 15 minutes. We're winging it.
Yeah, well, Scott and Deb obviously are fellow RVers. Kind of tell us how you got here in your journey. When did you start RVing?
We started in 2017. Probably July, because that's when we got our first motorhome.
Okay, what was your first motorhome?
A lot of planning before the
Oh,
July
yeah.
date,
Yeah.
but yeah.
First motorhome was a Thor Hurricane. It was called a 29M, but I believe it was more like 30 feet long.
Okay.
And
2018.
And if I remember right, in your story, you actually bought that from Texas, didn't you?
We did.
Came to Texas to buy the motorhome.
Yes, we came down to Alvarado, Texas, and bought it at a dealership down here and camped for like 5-6 days while they fixed everything that was wrong with it, we thought, and then we drove it home.
Yep, so that was your first experience into full-time. Oh, well, into not full-timing, I'm just saying into RVing in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
In our
y'all were
journey.
looking to go full-time, right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
So you don't have that motorhome anymore.
No, we don't.
So how did you decide to make a change?
So we decided we like this a lot and we want to head towards full-timing, and it was a cute, adorable little motorhome, but we thought it was probably too small.
Mm-hmm.
And so we traded it in after a year and we bought a Newmar Dutch Star.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now, and they know our story, but in y'all's story,
It is
Saying-
beautiful, by the way.
yes, this is a
Thank you.
beautiful motor coach. Why did y'all want to go full-time? What led y'all to say, hey, we want to sell everything and go full-time?
Well, we've always talked about retiring early. With so many people and dear friends we know passing away and being diagnosed with terrible things, we thought, life is too short to spend it in an office behind a desk. And so when we took our little adventures with our Thor, we decided we liked it a lot, and we knew we were going to retire in the next year or two, and we thought, why not? And
Seemed like a great lifestyle, and we've met so many great people on the road. We just thought it was something we would really wanted to try.
And we're planners. We're very anal planners. So once we made the decision, once you made the decision, there was all this planning that happened, and timelines and things we put together, and so we got to this point now where we're on our longest trip ever with the motorhome and working towards the full-time thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys still have a house right now.
Yep.
Yes.
So is your plan when you're going to be selling the house at some point? Do
Very
you
soon.
plan to keep storage, or what do you plan to do or you just plan to just offload everything and just go with what you've got in the motorhome?
We got storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew we would have to.
Yeah.
And we actually do have a 10 by 10 inside storage right now. It's probably, I don't want to think this, but it's probably 2/3 full.
It is.
And we do have more to go in there yet, but we had a 4-bedroom, 2-story house that we had to go down to a 10 by 10 storage. Plus, Deb has a business of her own too, which we have that product to go in there too. So,
But most everything in the house, to be honest, we've sold it already.
Oh, okay.
So all the furniture is gone except for what's left in the bedroom. So when we go to the house, when we're done with this trip, we can sleep. We've got card tables set up for the kitchen table and some card chairs, So
you're minimalist living
Oh,
in your
very
house.
much so. And a vacuum cleaner so we can keep it clean. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, since y'all have been RVing now for a couple years, what are some of your favorite places that you've been so far?
Well, I think we're sitting in one of our very, very
Yes.
favorites, Jamaica Beach in Texas.
Yes.
We've been to
The very first place we went
which was awesome.
was awesome. You know, we just kind of looked and went, let's go here. It was on Hilton Head Island. It's just called Hilton Head Motorcoach Resort, I think.
Mhm.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's
Real high end.
real high end. You know, so it's not something that if you do, I think, head out on a full time lifestyle that you'd stay for long periods of time. But it was gorgeous.
Unless you want to buy there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was-
so it's a place
yeah.
you could buy into.
Yeah,
Buy
we
it,
loved it
buy
there,
it.
and that's probably one of the reasons we went. Oh, this is fun. We could do this, you know, because it was so nice.
It really
Yeah.
was.
Well, a question I've got is, now that you're getting closer to the full-time lifestyle, where are the places that you really are on your must-see that you got to do while you're RVing?
Canada.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see the Canadian Rockies.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would be cool.
What about you, Scott?
I'm thinking the East Coast, Northeast. I'd really love to see Maine. I'd love to see Niagara Falls. I've never been
Yeah.
up there.
That's a great one too.
And you know, it's kind of funny to say, but we've never been into the Dakotas, you know, and being more from the north, there's so many areas up north that we haven't seen yet.
And we can tell you, it's awesome.
Oh, we
And you
love,
have to see it.
Yeah,
I mean, they're,
love the Dakotas.
Yeah.
oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
Beautiful.
And I knew nothing about the Dakotas until this last summer, and it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I guess you're working towards going full time. How do you like to travel? Have you kind of pinpointed how long you like to drive in a day, or, you know, how many miles you like to cover, how long you like to stay when you get somewhere?
Well, you know, Scott's the driver, and so we negotiate a lot of times on that. But I'll let him answer that question.
I really don't mind driving. I mean, I could drive. Deb doesn't like me to drive as many hours, a lot of times, as I do drive in a day. But we've tried to set the 300 to 400, you know, around 300 miles if we can. And on this journey, we kind of went across. We went to the West Coast almost, went into Nevada, and then we headed down to Texas here. And this journey was like 3 days here, 2 days there. We kind of really took our time, and we were really experimenting with being full time. But I'll tell you, we've been here now for 2 months, and it's been
love this
just
place.
awesome. You know, just,
well, we know the answer to this already, because Scott and Deb are great friends of ours already. We met them last April right here.
Right,
Yeah,
with one
yeah.
of our second trip with this coach. Right?
Yeah,
Yep,
and
yeah.
then we came back here and met them back when they came back here this time. And but for people out there, what's it like meeting new folks on the road?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It
Has-
is.
Has it been a
really is.
struggle for you?
Not
Has
at
it
all.
been-
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not at all. You know, and you see a license plate from your home state, or you see a license plate from a state near you, and they're so friendly. Everyone seems to have a dog.
And that's when the bonding starts,
and
when you have a dog.
that is a lot of it too. Just you're out there walking a lot with our pets, and boy, I have met so many great people. It is just it's a wonderful lifestyle. It really is.
We feel the same, and like for us, just being down here, this has been the longest period of time we've stayed at a place too, and it's been wonderful. We've met so many people that we feel like will be friends for life,
Right.
for sure, no doubt about it.
It's part of our traveling family. We
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
that's a
about.
great way to put
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
it is, isn't it?
absolutely. And you know, that's for us. That's one of the tough things. It's like when somebody moves on, then it's like, oh, I'm sad because I'm not going to get to see you. But it's always until next time.
Yep,
Right.
until next
When
time.
we meet
Yep.
up again, and maybe it'll be in the same place, maybe somewhere totally different.
Exactly.
You just don't know, you know, and that's part of the fun, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what's it like what does your family think about this? Your kids?
Oh.
When you told them that y'all were gonna, I mean, and you can be honest. What is it?
It was a struggle at first.
Yeah.
It really was.
I mean, it was shock. Our youngest son looked at me and said, "No, you're not." And so that's been the hardest part for me because we have grandkids too. So, we've only been gone for 3 months.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. And so I actually flew back home so I could see him for a week before the holidays, and I missed, crazy enough, I missed some snow, so I went up there and got a whole bunch. But, that was good. And the plan is, once we start doing this, that every summer we would go back to our home state where, our kids are scattered now, but we'd go back to our home state where, our immediate family is and where some of our kids are with grandkids. And
Our
spend
siblings.
and spend the summer there. So that's how we'll get,
Okay.
that's how we'll stay connected with them.
And that's an important thing, because that's a challenge that everybody faces.
It is.
That's living on the road full time, or even for just extended travel.
Exactly, yep.
Is how do you keep in contact? Now, has technology helped with that?
FaceTime.
FaceTime's a good thing, yep.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
And just
So maybe in the future, after you sell your home and it progresses, you might find out that it's better because you can spend more quality time with family during the summer.
During the summer, yep.
And maybe see some relatives that you don't normally see.
That's a good point. And then as we travel too, we do have some relatives scattered around, and so we, even on our way down here, we have a niece and a nephew that just moved to Arizona with their son. So there we were, and we were able to get together with them and see their new house.
and past workers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
folks we worked with that have retired.
And
They moved around.
away.
We hit a couple of those too.
Oh, that's
Connected with them,
awesome.
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
so-
So it's great. I mean, you're mobile, so you can go anywhere
Wherever you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to ask Deb. Deb is a phenomenal baker.
No.
Oh, she
Oh,
is.
yes, she is.
She is.
How has it been adjusting to cooking in a small kitchen?
It's good. I mean, now I have time to bake some cookies, and that's what Stacy's talking about. Just some cookies that I made.
And some,
But they were
some bread.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some breads.
Well, it was
very good.
Yeah. And so, we've loaded into the coach. We've loaded into a small countertop oven that we had at home that I love. And so we loaded that in, found the counter space for it, just made sure we had room, and so I baked in there. It was good.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
everything's trouble.
Yeah.
I love everything that's come out.
Yeah, I mean, it's all been good. There's cookies cooling everywhere because, and then wherever you can find a place to cool them. But that's okay. Yeah. It's good. It's kind of, it's good not to have all that clutter and stuff that you're dragging around with. Once you make that decision, you say, I don't need all this stuff. That's really kind of freedom.
And how is the downsizing? I mean, it's a challenge.
It is.
Sometimes we've found that there's things that we thought we wouldn't need, and you are going out and rebuying them.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
there's things that we brought with that
They're
we
gonna
find
be left
out
in the storage
we don't
unit.
need.
Yeah.
We'll dump them off on a,
Or we'll donate them.
Yeah,
or we're
or
just
something.
talking about
Yep.
that. I think that's going to be an ongoing process.
It has been for us.
It has been.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. We have another box going.
Yes, see?
Now,
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
But there are a couple items too that we keep going, God, why did we get rid
Why
of
did
that?
we get rid
You
of
know?
it? Yeah, exactly.
So it happens. It's all part of the
all part
process,
of
I
it.
think, Yep.
Well, one that people would like to know, do you have, from where you're at in your journey now, hopefully you get that house sold soon. Do you have any advice that you give people that are out there, maybe they're 5 years from retirement, and they might be thinking about this? Is there something that you kind of advice that you could give them to help them along on their journey? Is it planning or is it?
I'm
I would
thinking
say planning. Yeah, and
we did a lot of that.
we
Research.
did a lot of that.
We
We got a great. We actually got a great retirement financial planner who double checked what we were doing and helped us do some things so financially we'd be ready.
That's a good
You
tip.
know?
That's a
Yeah,
great
Yeah,
tip.
it's
That's a great tip.
So for years we had no financial planner at all. So
it was all just we're hoping we're doing the right
yeah,
thing.
saving
and,
money, 401ks, all that happy
but
stuff.
I
But
think it's a key to connect with someone that you can trust and steer you in the right direction.
It's a great tip.
yeah, I would say one of our one of our biggest heartaches is the whole health insurance thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, because when you're not old enough for Medicare and you got to find some sort of health insurance. So right now we're hanging on to the COBRA through my employer, you know, that I retired from, but that's going to be a challenge for everyone until I think there's a better nationwide program for people to be able to get health coverage.
And that's true because every state is different.
Yes.
And it doesn't always cross over once you leave a certain state or change your domicile or
That's right.
you know, what have you.
Well, speaking of that, will you change your domicile?
We have plans to do so.
Yes.
It's just, that is a lot of figuring out.
Right.
It has to do with, it may not happen till we are on Medicare. You never know.
Right.
We're not sure yet. Or it may happen next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, how do you get mail? Do you have it sent to a relative or
we
what
use
do
a
you
mail
do?
service.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Oh.
Well, there we go. It's already up. Look
Can
at
you
that.
believe it? That 15 minutes flew
It's like,
by.
we should have done 20.
Thanks so much, guys, for sitting down and chatting. These guys, they really are awesome.
Yeah.
We're so happy to be able to spend time with them, and we look forward to seeing them next time. We've already made some plans.
Yes, we have.
We'll be back.
And we may meet him sometime in between. too.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so.
So thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. If you'd like to see more videos where we're talking to folks and getting their experiences, we'd love to hear about that.
Even if it's a question for Scott and Deb, put it down there. We'll make sure they get it and they can answer it. And give us a thumbs up on the video. Even if you didn't like it, give us a thumbs up.
Make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Until then, safe travels.
And happy camping.
Bye.
Bye.